How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Midweek Update. Just sitting out here enjoying coffee from my favorite cup. This is my Sheology.co cup, and it's one of the sites that I contribute to, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. So please, if you're, I know everybody's kind of a captive audience right now. Literally, you're not leaving your house. So check out Sheology.co, ladies. This is gonna encourage you. There's just lots of good stuff on there. And I'm not just saying that because I'm one of the writers for it. It's one of my favorite things I've ever been a part of. So check that out. Another thing I contribute to is it's formerly Portland Moms Blog. Now it's Portland Moms Collective. And I try to write pieces on there that are just funny mom life stuff, but there's all kinds of great content if you're looking for things to do with your kids, or if just looking for a laugh or some encouragement. It's another really good spot for you. How's everybody doing this week? What's everyone watching this week? I started watching Little Fires Everywhere, which is on Hulu, starring Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington. And I don't know how both of those women, they're so talented, but I don't know how I feel like they just get more beautiful every year. It's just painfully unfair. But I'm a huge fan of both of them. I think they do great work. So it's really fun. I would probably, I'm not sure I'd give a kidney to be on that show. I don't know. I might. You only need one good kidney, right? So watching that and really enjoying that. Not kid friendly, okay? So what are you guys watching? What are you catching on Hulu, Amazon, Netflix? Have you run out of Netflix? Have you finished Netflix? What are you watching? What's going on? We also started doing a movie marathon of the Avenger movies. So we're not doing it in chronological order, like as in theatrical release, but we're doing it in the order as far as timeline. So we started with Captain America, the first Avenger, because it takes place in the 40s. Then we watched Captain Marvel, which takes place in the 90s. And I love the soundtrack from that movie so much. It is like my high school soundtrack. Especially when No Doubt's Just a Girl comes on during a fight scene. It's fantastic. And then we finished Iron Man, the first Iron Man. How can you not love Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man? I just love him. I think he's one of my favorite actors also. Side note, Levi told me his favorite actor is Johnny Depp. And I was like, that's an excellent choice. Why is he your favorite actor? He's one of my favorites too. He said he just plays all my favorite characters. He's Captain Jack Sparrow. He's Tonto in The Lone Ranger, which Levi is super into Lone Ranger right now. He's the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland and Willy Wonka. And I was like, yeah, he does play a lot of our favorite characters, doesn't he? So, yeah. So anyway, so we're very into movies right now. But tell me, what are you watching? What's going on in your life? How are you holding up during quarantine? I have a few things for us today. I've got a special message from Fay DeMeyer, just a little mental health check-in. She's such a good friend of mine and just a wonderful sounding board, and is also a great minister, and I just love her to pieces. Also, I have interviews with Julie Russell, aka Jaunty Juli. She does spectacular nail art, and she is on Instagram and YouTube. She is an amazing beauty influencer. And if you are curious about becoming a beauty influencer, technical difficulties. If you are curious about becoming a beauty influencer, you definitely should check this out. She's been at this a long time. Also, I interviewed my kids because they want to be on my show, because they think this is a real thing. I mean, I guess it is kind of a real thing. And also, I would like to introduce my first musical guest to Midweek Update. It's my best friend, Stephanie Campbell, whom I've known since she was 12 years old. My husband and I were her youth pastors, and we wanted her to lead worship in youth group, and we just threw her behind a keyboard, and she was just a natural. And she posted this video on Facebook yesterday, and I just was so moved by it. Just love her voice and her heart, and I think it'll just really just make you feel warm and fuzzy. Her voice is so unique and beautiful. And then I will close out today's show with my latest parody, Don't Cry For Me, Quarantina, which now my kids are walking around singing that line over and over again, and they think it's a real song, and they think I'm a real singer. So, all of that being said, I hope you enjoy today's midweek update, and I'll see you back here. Julie, you have over 36,000 Instagram followers.
I guess I do.
How many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
Last time I checked, it was just past 85,000.
Oh my
God. It's been a really slow climb. I started, I think, 7 years ago. So definitely had to commit.
So people who want to be, I feel like a lot of people want to be beauty influencers. So just stick with it and just keep putting out content.
Honestly, I fully believe it was luck and commitment. Like, I started it as a hobby, solely as a hobby. It was just my way of relaxing, and I enjoyed it. And I also enjoyed watching videos of people doing the same thing. It's like, oh, I could do that. I'll try that. And I started with my iPhone 3GS, and I set it up on a box, and I just started there. And I had 2 people be like, oh, that's so cool. And that's all I needed to keep going. And I've just been going ever since.
Well, I follow the rabbit hole of beauty videos.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Wyatt's gonna say hi now.
Hi. Hey, Wyatt.
You need to go. This is my show.
I'm hungry.
Go ask
Me too,
Dad.
Wyatt. Me too.
But Dad's on a phone call.
This is an important interview for my show, Midweek Update. Oh my God.
I love the yellow bandana, by the way. So good.
It's like a little pop.
I adore your style.
A little pop of
brightness. Yeah.
I end up in this rabbit hole of beauty videos where I'll watch somebody, doing specifically nail art, which I have no intention of doing.
I don't think the majority of people
know it, Before I know it, I've lost an hour of my life because I just watch whatever video plays next.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you.
And I'm you are so detail oriented. I don't know how you do what you do.
You know what's funny about that? That is the only thing I'm detail oriented in. Everything else, I'll just cut corners. Cleaning the kitchen, I'm like, oh, that's fine. I'll just shove that in the corner. I don't care. I don't want to waste time on anything else other than that.
But your manicure is immaculate.
Thank you.
So I've been seeing a lot of people on social media posting about, the nail grow out.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Queen, I used to be the reigning queen of the nail salon many years ago. And so all these women I know that go and have the acrylic nails or gel or whatever are posting on social media right now, what am I supposed to do about my nails? Yeah. And I'm like, cut them off. Best.
I saw someone use a Mopey, those Mopey foot filers for sanding off calluses. I saw them filing off their acrylics on Instagram with that. I was like, hey, I mean, it works, gets the job done. I just thought that's
Oh
creative.
my gosh.
Desperate times call for creative visions.
So what are some products you recommend right now for people who are like that? Okay, have you ever used Color Street?
I know what they are. I haven't used that
Okay,
brand
I
specifically.
bought some from a friend,
Mhm.
and I still I don't know why I'm intimidated.
To put them on.
Yeah.
They're the easiest thing. They're just stickers. Like, you can't go wrong with it, and
Oh no,
they're
if it could go wrong, I will go. If anybody can go wrong, it's me. So what do you recommend right now for people who want their hands to look nice, and
Mhm.
obviously because this is your job,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm struggling
how
a
do you
lot.
keep your hands looking nice, and what products are you using right now?
Yeah, so I've been like, hopefully the majority of people have been washing my hands like a maniac, and if you're
Yeah.
not, you should be. And I'm suffering. Like, I get really dry between my fingers and my thumbs especially. And a
Uh-huh.
couple of things I've been doing to combat that is, right as soon as you get some sort of peeling skin, some like a hangnail, the start of a hangnail, I use cuticle clippers, voila, to
Okay.
just cut it as close to the skin as possible. If you don't have these, you can use like baby nail clippers, and that's just going to prevent any sort of hangnail from getting worse, which is more painful. So I nip that in the butt. And then another thing is I will use like a nail file, like a really soft, this is just a disposable one, and I'll kind of buff that area where the hangnail was, and that just makes everything flush. Don't do it till it hurts. Just do it till everything's smooth. And I find that prevents anything from getting worse. And then the second thing, most important thing, as much as you're washing your hands, you should be moisturizing them. And I know it's kind of a weird situation. You can't run to the store and like buy special items. So some of the household items I'm using that work amazingly are coconut oil, which I'm sure everybody has coconut oil.
Yeah,
But
everybody's got coconut oil now.
yeah. And another thing I'm doing, I just lost it, but I decant it into a tiny little jar, and I have like several of them, and I keep those around the house. So whatever room I'm in, I have something there. And I do that with lotion too. So I'm more likely to use it, and it's on my
Mhm.
mind more. Another thing is olive oil. If you don't have coconut oil, olive oil works, but I'd be careful with those really liquidy oils because a little goes a long way. So like if you're
Yeah.
using extra virgin, just dip your fingertip into it and rub it on there, and like really rub it in. Some people just kind of slap it on and it just sits on the surface, but you gotta massage it. Take some time to
Yeah.
take care of your skin. Um, if you have petroleum jelly, that works. If you have a chapstick you're not using for your lips, don't cross-contaminate, you can use that. Like, there are so many moisturizing products. And another thing I've been doing is actually make like a little cocktail. So I'll take like a hand lotion and then I'll put a little coconut oil in it. Or if you have a facial oil, those are amazing. They're supposed to be
Yeah.
extra hydrating for your face. Imagine how great they are for your hands. So I'll just like combine those, and I just have like, it feels so good to hydrate my hands after washing them 300 times.
Well, you have such up close shots
Yeah.
on your hands. You're
It's
basically a hand model.
uh I mean, I'm a
No,
little
own it. Own it. Work it,
chubby hand
Julie.
model.
Work it. Hand model.
Yeah. If I ever hurt my hands, Aaron, my husband, will be like, "Oh no, is that your model hand?" I'm like, "Oh no, it's just the worker hand. Don't worry about
Oh,
it."
there's a worker hand and a
Worker
model
hand,
hand.
or they call it the Cinderella hand in the nail
Okay,
community. No, I don't worry about her. She just gets the work
that's
done.
fantastic. So what are some nail products you recommend right now? People with
Yeah,
that itch to just get something on there so they can
yeah,
feel like a woman.
yeah. Um, it's super important actually to keep something on your nails right now, whether just a base coat. If you don't have a base coat, you can use a top coat. They're essentially the same thing, but keeping something on your nails is going to keep them stronger and harder and less likely to chip because you're washing your
Gotcha.
hands a lot. They're drying out. So keep something on it. I really love right now because there are a lot of people out there that don't actually have time to dedicate to doing their nails right now. They have to go back to work. They have to, throw in the line of
Right.
duty. And I really like sheer polishes for that. So I got like a pinky sheer and a white sheer. If you don't have that, you can take top coat, which is clear, add a few drops of white polish to it, shake it up, and you have a sheer polish. So you can make your own if you don't have that. But I like that because it gives your nails like a your nails but better look. You know what I mean? Like the base of a French manicure. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and it's really low maintenance. Put like a 1 or 2 coats on, top coat, and then if it chips, you can hardly tell, but it looks really nice.
Hello, I'm Fay DeMeyer, and I'm here to address some of the mental health issues around this whole idea of the COVID virus. It kind of doesn't matter what stress that we're under. We all have a stress, and people who are believers have a different kind of stress because they have the stress of feeling like they're backsliding if they have stress, okay? So let's just take a look at some common things that we can do. First of all, recognize that there is a problem. Recognize that there is something that is out of our control, okay? Recognize the problem requires honest self-evaluation. So whatever your stress is, it could be financial, it could be around the job loss, it could be families having this, it doesn't matter what it is. And then once you deal honestly with the problem, you can begin to either get help and or to give yourself a break of the things you can't fix, okay? Because high stress for the things you can't fix doesn't make sense. Second, give yourself a break and get help. In other words, it's okay to turn for people for help. So the whole thing about getting checks as a business, you need to go to your local lender and get that to happen, okay? Turn to God in prayer. This kind of seems obvious, but don't be anxious about anything, but in everything give thanks. When you're overcome with anxiety, these can seem like very contrite, kind of little snippets. Don't let that be a hindrance to you. Believe and stand on God's promises no matter what. Meditate on the Word of God day and night. Meditate. Instead of meditating on the news, instead of meditating on, what the numbers are, don't spend your time looking at a death log, a death toll every day. Spend your time looking at the life toll, because there's many more people. In fact, it's less than 3 out of 1,000 in Oregon. We're very good here in Oregon compared to other places. Spend time giving thanks and praise. Begin to praise this. I believe this is a spiritual battle as well as a physical battle, and we have authority in the heavenlies to be able to praise and to be able to worship our way through this process, okay? So you know that the blood underneath a telescope of people who believe that they're going to be fine versus those people who do not believe they're going to be fine, the blood difference is completely opposite. The people who don't believe they're going to be fine, they have less fighting cells against viruses and against bacteria and against cancer. So don't let your body be its own worst enemy, okay? So that's just a little tip for now, okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
I know it's all you've got to just be strong. And it's a fight just to keep it together. I know you think that you are too far gone, but hope is never lost. Hope is never lost. Hold on, don't let go. Hold on. Just take one step closer, put one Just take one step closer. Put one foot in front of the other. You'll get through this. Just follow the light in the darkness. You're gonna be okay. When the night is closing in, don't give up and don't give in. This won't last, it's not the end. It's not the end, you're gonna be okay. When the night is closing in, don't give up and don't give in. This won't last, it's not the end. It's not the end, you're gonna be okay.
Levi, welcome to Midweek Update.
I'm so excited.
Yeah? Why?
Well, I won my own show, but I can I get to be in yours.
Yeah, you're going to get your start on my show before you
Yeah.
have your own show?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a really good plan. So, what have you enjoyed about quarantine so far?
Well, you mean quarantina?
No, not quarantina. No, what have you enjoyed about being home during all of this?
Oh, getting a Nintendo Switch
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
and coming on my birthday,
Oh yeah, your birthday's coming up.
and I want to go vacation.
Okay.
And
You went the game go vacation.
yeah,
Okay.
and also,
What are some things you've enjoyed doing during this time?
well, I enjoy going on walks, and today we go and dropped off Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm. Did some Easter deliveries. That was fine. What are the hard things about being home a lot? Have you had a hard time?
Well,
You've done a really good job, and you've
Yeah.
handled it really well. But what have been some hard things about this?
what
do you miss?
Staying at home.
Saying we're at home all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We miss people.
Yes.
Yeah. Who you missing?
Miss Barrow.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Caps.
Mm-hmm. Your teachers.
And Miss Halverson.
Mm-hmm.
And Hank.
You don't know Hank?
I do.
That's
I've seen
that's
him
Mrs.
before.
Halverson's dog. You've seen pictures of him?
No, I've seen him before. Remember?
No. In your dreams.
Then I missed the kitty.
Oh, the kitty. We saw a kitty today. And the kitty loved Levi. Well, Levi, I'm really proud of you. Proud you've handled everything during this time. You're an awesome kid. Snoggins. Love you.
Love you.
Wyatt, I'm interviewing you for my show, Midweek Update. So, Wyatt, what's been the hardest thing about being quarantined?
I'm not quarantined.
We are quarantined. We're home a lot. So what's been the hardest thing about it?
Not shopping.
Not shopping? You miss shopping? What else do you miss?
Shopping and eating food.
Yeah, you like going out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And so what are some things you've enjoyed doing at home?
Watching TV.
Oh, you haven't enjoyed reading?
Why would I like reading?
I'm just kidding. 'Cause reading's great. Not so much? So, what else have you enjoyed during this time at home?
TV.
The TV. Nothing else.
Nope.
Not being with your wonderful mother who loves you. Oh gosh, that's cold. What have been some hard things besides not shopping and
Not shopping and eating.
What about that? What about besides that? What else has been hard?
Being the boss of my mom.
Oh yeah, that is hard to be the boss of mom. All right. Do you want to tell people anything? What do you want people to know that are watching this? When they watch Midweek Update, what do you want them to know?
Did they know I have good hair?
Oh, no, you've got the best hair in the whole family.
Then nothing.
All right. Thank you so much for watching today's show. I love you guys, and we'll get through this together but separated. See you next week at Midweek Update. Don't cry for me, Quarantina. We have plenty of toilet paper, but I'm so lonely, and I keep snacking. I'm wearing sweatpants, keep social distance.